Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of new information to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The new patch is out, so we're going to go over all of the patch notes. We have some DLC stuff to go over, plenty of things to talk about today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video. And I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, the new update patch is now out for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I did cover the Pokemon Home update patch that was also coming out today in yesterday's video, and I did say because we got that Home update patch that the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet update patch should be out today or tomorrow, and lo and behold, it is out today. So we have HDvee here tweeting out saying, HDvee update, the latest Pokemon Scarlet and Violet patch is now available, includes various bug fixes, including some trainers not registering as defeated. So we have the full patch notes here on this Nintendo customer support page, yada yada yada, but these are all of the patch notes for the latest Scarlet and Violet update. So it says latest update version 2.0.2 released October the 11th 2023. So under certain conditions, victories against the NPC trainers scattered across the game world may not have been recorded. As a result, the rewards players could earn by winning a certain number of battles, such as from Pokemon League representatives in the Paldea region or Ogre Clan members in the land of Kitakami, were not obtainable. This bug has been fixed, so players who experience this issue can now challenge affected NPC trainers again to record their victories and subsequently receive any eligible rewards. So it's not like if you beat them, then it all gets fixed. You actually have to go out of your way to beat them again, and then you get all of the rewards. The thing is, though, this is actually how it's been updated. We have Anubis here, who of course is one of the main data miners in the community. This was the original tweet talking about that you couldn't defeat over 300 trainers, otherwise it wouldn't register. And this is kind of the update about it. So this is how it has fixed that. So Anubis here saying Scarlet and Violet version 2.0.2 added a new save block which can store 200 more random trainers. This brings us to a total of 500 records. Will we ever hit 500? As mentioned before, Scarlet and Violet doesn't have a flag per trainer, it's just a chronological list. So it doesn't really seem like an absolute fix for me. Like, I doubt there's going to be 200 trainers to battle in the Indigo Disc, but if there were, we just have the same problem all over again. But I'm assuming there won't be 200 trainers. Like, it's very, very unlikely. Like, I don't know how big the Indigo Disc DLC is going to be. Obviously, we have the Blueberry Academy part of it, and then we also have the Area Zero portion of it. And I highly doubt there's going to be 500 trainers scattered across those two parts. I mean, there very well could be, but it's highly unlikely. Maybe that's why they pushed to 500. And as well as that, we have Asta here saying, is this fully separate list that can store 200, not an expansion to the list that can store 300? Is this because modifying the limit would erase the stored ones? I don't know of them ever increasing the size of an existing block. They just add additional ones with more data needs to be stored. Fixed symbol encounters, for example, have multiple story blocks. And then also, I have a question, is there a technical reason why they can't add extra storage boxes with a DLC? No, also not related to this thread. So that's the kind of update in regards to the trainer thing, but then we also have this as well, which is about Pokemon Home, which we also spoke about in yesterday's video, which is why I thought the Scarlet and Violet update patch would be out around the same time as the Pokemon Home update patch. But anyway, it says it was not previously possible to transfer certain special Pokemon, so like mythicals, stuff like that, to Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet via Pokemon Home if those Pokemon were brought into Pokemon Home from Pokemon Go, even if a Pokemon of the same species had already been obtained in Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet prior to version 1.3.2. This bug has been fixed and the issue has been resolved. And then as well as that, other select bug fixes have been implemented. So no, there's no like fixes of the frame drops or anything like that. I know whenever there's a Scarlet and Violet update, there's always that hope that they do fix the frame drops or something like that. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. We're just going to have to deal with it. They're not going to patch it. It's just a lost cause at this point. It's really unfortunate because it does really hurt I guess the playability of the game. I mean, I play it pretty much every single day, and yeah, some areas are just ridiculously laggy, and it does really hurt the kind of experience and stuff, but, you know, it is what it is. We're just gonna have to deal with it. We have some more patch notes here as well, though. Well, not patch notes, but something else that was fixed as a bug in the Scarlet and Violet update patch. So we have Matt here, who is another data miner in the community. We covered this recently, basically, where in the latest update, it was basically bugged, where in the final battle, if you had registered Koraidon or Miraidon into your Pokedex before the final battle, and then you went to like the 4th, 6th, or 5th spot in your party, it would just crash the game. So this is like kind of what it would work here. So obviously we've got the 4th, 5th, and 6th spot here. They go down to it, and then it just literally, yeah, just crashes the game. Which again is really, really annoying, because if you'd already registered it into your Pokedex, which a lot of people would have because they may have already completed the Pokedex before the final battle, if they'd known like a friend or they transfer from a different save, it would just crash it. Luckily though, this has also been fixed. Though the version 2.0.2 patch note or patch that released tonight has fixed this crash. You're now able to complete the battle against the Paradise Protection Protocol without risk of crashing your game. I'm not a dev myself, but I think having fans trying to figure out how the crash happens was probably a huge help for them to fix it. We'll never truly know, and I don't like to humble myself. They could have very well fixed the issue before I even figured out how to replicate it. I definitely think that they do have people kind of like scouring Twitter, because as soon as the information came out from the data miners, from Matt and Anubis and stuff about the trainer situation, lo and behold, they got an announcement out saying that they were going to do this update patch to fix that. And then as soon as like this kind of comes out as well, like a week before the update patch, this also gets patched as well. So I think it definitely helps that the data miners and people in the community are kind of reporting these bugs, because they do get fixed. And you know, that is obviously what we want, because we want a better game. Obviously, like I say, with the frame drops, a lot of people have been reporting that, but that's just never going to get fixed. I feel like that might be too big of a problem or something, and they're just like, screw it, you know, we're going to be releasing the next game soon, whatever. Like, we'll get a new game announced in February in 2024 next year. So they'll probably just be like, you know what, Scarlet and Violet was good. We'll get the Indigo disc out. We'll make the money, and then we'll just move on. Which is a sad situation, but, you know, if they were really, really that bothered, then they would fix it by now. I mean, we've had lag since the game came out, which was, you know, last November, and we still haven't had anything to fix it. So yeah, lags I don't think are going anywhere. Moving on, we also have some Pokemon Home stuff as well. This was, I think, in the latest update patch or something like that, but this was tweeted out by Pokemon Center, which is another news source, saying Pokemon Home, starting with version 3.1, has introduced a new method of detecting generated Pokemon / hacks. Home now checks the Pokemon's game of origin and verifies that it was entered into Home through that game. This is how dozens of players were disqualified from the World Cup. For example, an Enamorus that can currently only be obtained in Legends Arceus, but you can occupy it in Scarlet and Violet. You can edit your Scarlet and Violet game to generate one there, but since it cannot be obtained in Paldea, you must put a Legend source game in it. However, now it is verified that said Pokemon really went through Home from Hisui to Paldea, which did not happen in this case, since the Pokemon was generated directly in the Scarlet and Violet game, so it will be marked as illegal and cannot be moved. These illegal Pokemon will remain imprisoned in the game they are in and cannot be moved into future games. So yeah, they basically just made it harder to hack Pokemon in, especially with Pokemon Bank most likely closing next year. Some Pokemon will only be like I don't know, like legendaries, for example, like I don't know off the top of my head, something like Ultra Necrozma or whatever, or Solgaleo or something like that, only obtainable in like certain games like Sword and Shield or Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. Like I mean, I'm assuming they'll be obtainable in Indigo Disc, but as of right now, they wouldn't be. So if you hacked it into Scarlet and Violet, and then you tried like to use it, it would be like, no, you can't, because it didn't originate, like it cannot physically be originated in that game. So yeah, Pokemon that are only on the 3DS, I can't think of a legendary or mythical off the top of my head that's only available in 3DS, because the most of the time they're available in the other games as well. Maybe like, I don't know, Deoxys? Is Deoxys available? I don't think Deoxys is available as a encounter. That's only available in the Delta episode. Obviously in prior games as well, but on the 3DS, Deoxys is only available in the Delta episode. In Auras, I am pretty sure. I don't think it's available on the Switch. So yeah, if you were to get a Deoxys, it would have to have originated on the 3DS. But because Pokemon Home and Pokemon Bank is going to be closing down most likely next year, you wouldn't be able to swap Deoxys onto it. So because of that, and because Pokemon Bank is closing down, and because of this, I feel like they're going to have to make all Pokemon available on the Switch so they can use those. Because otherwise, if you hadn't have already made that Pokemon available to you before the Pokemon Bank gets closed down, you will not be able to get those Pokemon for like online competitions and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully it means they're going to drop another like 20th anniversary event where they drop all the mythicals and stuff like that, because Otherwise, there's not going to be a way to get them into your game. So, yeah, hopefully they do that. And then also finishing things off, we have a few other bits and bobs to go over. We have SarahB.net here tweeting out saying the SarahB update, the second episode of the web series Camping Trip with Pokemon has been released. Yeah, I watched the first one. It was alright. It was cool, like animations and stuff, but the Pokemon were only in it for like a few seconds. The rest of it was literally just a cooking thing, so it's cute anyway. Like the Pokemon look cool, like Jigglypuff, Sprigatito, Psyduck, Charmeleon, whatever. But yeah, it's not something that you like need to go out of your way to watch. And as well as that, a little bit of a news update about the Hatsune Miku thing. SarahB update: the next Pokemon featuring Hatsune Miku Project Voltage song has been revealed ahead of its release tomorrow, October the 13th at 9:30 UTC. This song is I Wonder What the Future Will Be Like by Mitchie M. So yeah, that is available tomorrow for Pokemon. So that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really does help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on everything we covered in today's video. Let me know if you find any other bug fixes and stuff that have been patched as well, because like I say, at this point, because they say like several other bug fixes have been like implemented, we just don't know what they are. Obviously one of them is this, but because there's several, there's like multiple others that they've done. So yeah, if you do come across any bug fixes and stuff, like let me know, because obviously it'll be cool to see what else they've fixed. But yeah, that's gonna be everything from me. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. It's everything from me. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.